Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog from Western Kentucky, and we'll be continuing our playthrough of Total War Three Kingdoms, playing as Sun Jian. As we left off last time, we had Sun Ce, our son, heading towards He Yi's area over here, thinking we might be able to help our best bud Yuan Shu. Get my Shaos and Shoes mixed up sometimes, but Yuan Shu up here, help him out, take on the yellow turbans over there. And we're going to bring Sun Jian down towards Liang and then circle around to the Lujiang fishing port in order to complete our commandery. Now I noticed that we still have some movement points left on Sun Jian over here, and I don't know why it stopped. The computer stopped him before moving the Lujiang lumberyard, but let's see if he can make it the rest of the way with those movement points left. And he can. Look at that. So we left off last game where I could have attacked this lumberyard, and now I think I shall. And I think, even though we have a decisive victory, and it's going to be another smallish, easy-ish battle, I need to, because I believe Sun Jian, I think we gave him the fire arrows ability, and I just want to use that out and see how that does against the towers. That should be enough to take out the towers and allow us to conquer this settlement, but I just want to play it through just so I get a better feel for the fire arrows against the towers. So bear with me as we head into battle with Sun Jian. Okay, so here we are at the lumberyard, and the battlefield, other than being covered in snow, looks amazingly like the Badong lumberyard. So I already know from looking around here that all these towers give double coverage to all the entrances except our entrance over here. And we kind of have a way and a play to play this out. We're going to bring, just to cause them to spread out their defenses a little, not knowing where we're coming from. Unfortunately, we can also decide to use these alternate entrances and locations because our forces no longer are these pitiful, barely recruited units, and they can hold up to some towers as they charge forward. So let's we got some halberds that we'll kind of use over on this side as a feint. Yeah, kind of have one in front of this gate. And then everybody else, we will move over. Let's just get our cavalry grouped as a unit in case I do decide to want to charge them. I know my archers I'm going to want to use as a group. And let's get them set up over here. And then I believe everybody else, we should be able to group everybody else together and get them over to the side that we want to advance on. Okay, this is our target down here. We're going to move in the archers early, see if we can damage those towers, and then bring everybody else forward. And how far does this tower go? So we want to bring our archers over this way at a run. And we will do our charge. Oops! I accidentally moved my halberds that I wanted to keep over there for a feint. I hope they don't have their units stacked up in front of this tower now, because I didn't bring enough units. I had them over here and then I went and clicked everybody. Silly me, silly me. What is the range? So we'll bring our attack force right up to the edge of the tower range. And we will go flaming arrows on the tower. Okay, we have that tower on fire. Let's take out the other tower. Okay, both towers are in flames. Let's move against their archers. We'll switch back to regular arrows. Oh, let's just move against these halberds here. See if we can weaken them up. They started to make a move to run away, and then they stopped the retreat. And we'll bring these as our initial attack force down first. Oh, everybody's retreating, retreating, retreating. Looks like it's safe to start advancing. Now we're taking casualties from their archers, so let's put a stop to that. And I do see some halberds there trying to hold off against our cavalry. I love that laugh. Ha! Oh, there's some halberds we can take out. Get them out of the way. Get them out of the picture. As we race our attack force down the hill. Kind of follow up with the swordsman over here. What a difference two extra units of archers makes in this battle. Okay, archers, let's redirect over on the other halberds, weaken them up. Let's stop to give our archers a chance to do some damage. But we'll keep the spearmen moving forward. Okay, now we got everybody move forward. Now it's time to take the town center. We are... Oh, and that was a quick... We didn't have to get to the town center. That was just quick victory, but now we know we have ultimate effectiveness against towers with our fire arrows. That's just something I wanted to see and experience. So let's end this battle and take over the lumberyard. We shouldn't have lost too many forces. I'm guessing mostly on the archer contingent. Taking some hits from the towers before we were able to destroy them. Any gold helps. Any coin helps. Any heroism helps, because we're slowly that gets us back up a little higher. And here we now have the Lujiang lumberyard. Do we have any repairs we got to do in there? No, we're looking okay. Okay, where are we at for the rest of the map? Do we have any ability to do any diplomacy? Yeah, no ability to do a trade agreement right now. I can't even remember if we have everybody. Okay, we got we got our two out of two trades going, so there's nothing else I can do to increase my income really quickly. And you have moved, Sun Ce, but I'm thinking, do we want to look at recruiting yet for you? No, we just don't have the right people in our court yet. I do. Oh, wait. Forgot Zhao Yud just appeared in the end of the last episode, and while it puts me a little out of whack to build up this army, eventually I'm going to reshuffle, I think. But let's, for the time being, maybe not. It's maybe not a brilliant move, but we're going to have a couple. I think I'm going to look at recruiting Sun Ce's childhood friend, even though that puts two strategists in the army. But I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and recruit anyway, just to build up a little of strength, and we'll just start with his immediate retinue, building up there. What does he have the ability? So he doesn't have to go, fortunately, he doesn't have to go all archery, even as a strategist. He has some good other options on units, because I have my range contingent already with Liu Fan. But I may then be able to break off Liu Fan over to the other army, rearrange that army, and maybe start a new force featuring Lady Wu, perhaps. We'll see. Just some options to think about down the road. So, here we go. Let's see what the next turn brings us. Oh, Cao Cao, can you ever learn? So much for going over to Heiyi and helping out our best bud. Yuan Shu, we may have to go deal with this whole Zhangzhou farmland ping pong catastrophe again. My head's just whipping back and forth as we go between Cao Cao, kicking him out, and then he just returns again. I think I could always bring the pincer back with Sun Jian, but I'm thinking I'm going to continue marching because I think Sun Ce is fully capable, even though we may temporarily once again lose the Zhangzhou farmland. I think he's fully capable of dealing with that threat, and we will continue marching Sun Jian down this way to complete the commandery of Lujiang once we take that fishing port. That's my thinking right now. We'll see if that works out. And I have a little replenishment left to go, so we're just going to regular move on our way down there just to give us some time to replenish on the way. And Cao Cao has signed a peace treaty with Wang Lang, so he is potentially able to consolidate his forces, and somewhere a Yellow Turban rebellion has been destroyed, but it's not this one over here. Heiyi still exists and is strong-ish, I would imagine. I always remember in other playthroughs, especially as Cao Cao, he was a difficult nut to crack, even though very crackable, but he put up a good fight. Loyalty. This person's loyalty is unshakable as a great oak. For them, loyalty is not a matter of shifting allegiance to whoever holds power, but a permanent oath to a single person, never to be broken under any consequences. So Lady Wu has some great satisfaction increases for 15 turns. What a nice little buff. And an ancillary, we gained ourselves a composite bow. As a matter of fact, does our Zhao Yu, do you have any kind of ancillary? Well, guess what? A wooden ox just doesn't cut it as far as I'm concerned. I think we need to switch that out to a more appropriate composite bow for you, and let's see if there's someone else that needs or is in need of an ancillary. There, we got Cheng Pu that could always use a little extra satisfaction, even though resolve isn't that important to him. We'll give it off there anyway. So ancillary dealt with. Now what we are going to do is we will take Sun Ce, and I am thinking if he's gonna I'll get here. Don't know if I'll quite be in range to take it back immediately this next turn. Choices. let's force march. It's gonna cause me to not get fully replenished here with our newly recruited general, but it's gonna get me in better position to take back quickly the Zhangzhou farmland. So let's do a forced march. There you go, Sensei. Sorry to keep you yo-yoing back and forth, but let's get you up this way so you can help provide some relief to the farmland once we, I'm guessing, lose it. Sun Jian, let's get you moving as far as your movement will allow. Okay. And we don't have a lot of funds. I'm not sure that we have a lot of building that we're looking at. Changsha, not interested in building. This is the one I want to upgrade. That's the real one I want to upgrade, but I can't do that until I get that T to the south of me. We do, however, have another reform available. And I'm thinking, let's see, we got the reducing our building upkeep here. We can add another administrator position. Actually, I'm kind of thinking, since we're maxed out on our trade agreements right now, let's see if we can increase a trade agreement and then find someone to trade with to help that income of ours. Now that we're increasing army size again, I'd like to see about finding a way to keep our income increasing. We got a trade possible with Gongsun Zan. Let's negotiate that deal. See what we can come up with in trade. Not in our favor. Do we have anything else we can offer? Our food, even though we're probably going to lose some food, I might be able to do a small amount of food in trade and still be safe even if I lose it. How much does 2 food bring us? Pretty close, pretty close. So let's see. I think I'm comfortable if we go up to 3, and then let's see if we can balance that out with, whoops, I don't want him to pay me. That just puts it out of whack again. Let's see if I can give him a small amount back. Increase that up a little. There's an even deal. And while we're at it, now let's just keep it at an even deal. I don't need to be spending that much money that we don't have that much of. And we're just going to go even Steven on this trade and see if he can go for it. And we have some new income from another trade partner. I think that will help us out temporarily. Of course, trade partners come and go, and that can be cut, but it gets us back up to a decent income per turn I feel a little more comfortable with. And I think that may be it for this turn. I don't see anything else looking around that we need to do. We'll continue Sun Jian's march down to the fishing port, and we'll keep marching Sensei up as relief to the farmland up here. So let's head on out to the next turn and see what happens. We have a possibility for an arranged marriage. Liu Yao offers you a marriage. Our character will join their faction. No, I just got her, didn't we? And we're using her. Oh wait, no, he wants Sun Ce. Oh heck no! You want to take Sun Ce? Excuse me. Reject. No. That was an easy decision on that one. Very easy decision. Yeah, I'm just going to let you walk in and take Sun Ce away from me. I imagine I could have negotiated to try and reverse that marriage proposal. But no, we'll just keep going as is for the quick moment. And we now have Tao Ying has declared war on us, and I'm not even sure where he's at. So we'll take a look at the map. Yuan Shu, I don't think he's even that near, so we don't need to call you to aid and risk messing up the coalition. Especially if you decide not to help me out. Now, I don't see where that new war partner is at, so I'm not too worried about it. It may come back to bite me. Liu Bei has invited Tao Ying into their coalition, so that makes me think that he's more back up this way by Liu Bei. We'll see if I am proven right and wrong. I don't know everybody's location well enough, having not played the game enough yet, to be able to figure out everybody's location. Not nearby, not nearby. I'm thinking not nearby. Tao Ying is quite active right now. We're learning a lot about Tao Ying. But that seems to think that he's over here, because I know Kong Rong's kind of over that way. There he is, back up here. So I'm fine with him declaring war on me. I'm not too worried right now. And we have the Yellow Turban Rebellion going somewhere else yet again. And the Duanwu Festival. The Duanwu Festival is a momentous day. Drinks are poured freely and the smell of food fills the air. As you celebrate the honor of Ku Yuan, the team pulls their dragon boats through the river with much clamor and cheering from the banks. By a truly breathtakingly slim margin, your team rose to victory. Glory is yours. So a good omen, we got 5 turns of increased public order. We will take it. We have some more characters traveling through. Let's see what they look like. You know, all we seem to be getting are the strategists or the vanguards, which is what we are as a family, tending to be vanguards, and not as what I need so much. I'd love to have some more varied characters moving through to build another army with, but I guess we'll just have to be patient. And some of these, when I get to that point, maybe, who knows, maybe they will work out. But for right now, that's who's moving through our area. What kind of buildings have been constructed? Guard posts and the harbor trader in Jiangling has been finished. So that gets our income up over 2,000. So it's nice to have some things happening to help us out. And a new ancillary is a matched Jian. I don't know if I have anybody who needs a weapon upgrade. Definitely not here, but let's see what they look like. They're not bad. They're a downgrade for Sun Jian, but maybe we have somebody else. No, there. That might be an upgrade. Let's take a look. It may just be an upgrade for our Lady Wu here. What's Huang Gai using? Yeah, it's not his type of weapon. So I'm thinking, Lady Wu, we may just ditch your Marshal Ji and take on the matched Jian. Lowers our expertise, which is not a big concern for us, and it increases our melee damage, melee armor piercing, and I think we're gonna go with that. Yep. It's a slight upgrade for Lady Wu. Now, let's see where we are again down here. What happened? I saw some movement down here, but I don't think the farmland was lost. What do you know? So let's take Sun Ce back out of forced march, and let's see if I think we can move him into the farmland. Do I quite have the range? We might just see if we have the range to take on this force of Cao Cao, and looks like we would get reinforcements from the farmland. Let's see if we can do some damage to Cao Cao's forces right here. Do we quite have the range? We will find out. He may just retreat anyway. Yes, so we didn't quite have the range to take him on. But, believe it or not, the farmland I thought we were going to lose didn't get lost. Look at that, look at that, look at that. We will keep Sun Ce hot on the tails of our enemy Cao Cao and his force. It's the same, yeah, same old general. He's been popping down on us. I'm not sure about Yue Jin, but we've had some run-ins with this guy right here, the champion Jiahao Dun. Okay, what have we got here? We do have some issues coming down the river. Where is he gonna park his boat? I think what I'm gonna have to do is keep marching Sun Jian down, take over the fishing port, and continue back up the river, because He Yi is starting to stretch his powers. Wow, wow, wow. Not necessarily the strongest forces here, but they are guided by a couple generals I don't know much about. Apparently I don't know much about this army, so I'm gonna have to loop. Sun Ce will take his wrath out on Cao Cao up north, and Sun Jian's gonna have to come down, continue his trek down here to take the fishing port, and then continue on to rescue wherever He Yi's forces look like they're headed. That's about all I can think of doing at this point. I don't think I have anybody I'm super excited about recruiting, and I'm not sure where I want to totally recruit them. Is he going to go after Jiangling, the small city? Is he going to go after, hopefully not, because he doesn't have the ability to get through the walls, I don't think. Does that mean he's going towards the lumberyard of Badong? Is he going to head towards a trade port, Changsha in his sights? As long as the farther he travels, the more time that's going to give me to get Sun Jian down there to help out. So let's just get him moved on, and I think that's it for this turn. Everybody's moved. I have nobody else to improve. I think we'll hold maybe onto the funds. What have we? Do we have any assignments left? I've not been keeping good track of that. I've been more worried about the forces moving around. It looks like we have an open assignment, and I'm thinking we'll bring Chengpu back to Changsha at this time. Or do I have some building that needs to take place over in Lujiang? That might be another place to look at putting Chengpu. Yeah, I'm going to have some building, especially when I take over the port. So I think we're going to take Chengpu and send him over to Lujiang, and helping our construction right there again. And that's where we'll call our turn and see where this yellow turban He Yi guy goes, tooling on down the river. Okay, we're scaring that guy away, and he's on forced march, so I doubt I will be catching him. Oh, he is going to go move up against the walled city, and I am surrounded. Hopefully, he'll have to be there at least a couple turns to do some damage on the walls, which will give me time, 2 turns to get Sun Jian moving in that direction, and hopefully 2 turns in time to get there for some relief on that siege. We'll find out. Yuan Shao and the Yellow Turban Rebellion. He's declaring war. That's fine with me. Cao Cao has joined a Ooh, not liking the looks of that coalition. Not liking that at all. Guangzhou has signed peace with Kong Rong. Not so consequential on those. So what do we have? Jiangling is under siege. It can hold out for 7 turns. But will he have the forces to be able to take that city once he puts a hole in the wall? We'll find out. Time will tell. Who else do we have to move now? Sun Ce, we're going to have you keep tabs on these force over here. I'm not going to force march you, however. It'll allow us to keep replenishing here with our best bud of yours, Zhao Yu. But I think in the process of moving, let's take a look at what else we can recruit. And it wouldn't be a bad idea, given the makeup of this force, to have just a little bit more in the way of melee units. Let's take a look. First of all, yeah, we could use some melee. We have our cavalry, we have our range, but I think we can use a little more melee support. So I think we'll recruit into here. What can we afford? I think I'm going to get greedy and just recruit these mercenary infantry, full force, boom, right away. 2 of them, and call that a day. And then we can move forward with our forces here. Keeping tabs of Cao Cao's rogue army coming down there. And do we have the ability with Sun Jian? He has left the city. There used to be a general in there, so I think that means we're going to have to fight this battle to take over the fishing port. But since it's decisive, there's no general in there other than the garrison. We're just going to delegate this particular fight and take over, as I expect, the fishing port of Lujiang. Should complete our commandery. 22 heroism. We only lost 307. I'm comfortable with all that, and we will occupy and have a new commandery under our control. So I can't do any more moving here. Let's see if we have any repairs. No repairs on that particular attack on the fishing port. Now, do we have Chengpu there yet? Chengpu is in place in Lujiang. If I have the money, I'm going to look at improving. Let's see, either the fishing port, which will increase my food production, or I can look at the lumber yard, which will also increase the garrison and peasantry income. My food production I'm comfortable with at the moment. Let's take a look at upgrading the lumber yard. It's not a high cost, I don't believe, so let's do that with Chengpu in town. And what else have we got? We will then move Sun Jian upriver to relieve the siege of Jiangling. Will it be in time? That's a good question. Only time will tell. And can Sun Ce gather enough speed to catch and run down Cao Cao's invasion force that fortunately we were able to hold off on the takeover of the farmland once again. It's been a good amount of time on this particular episode, so I think we're at a good cutting off point. We got a lot going on and a lot to cross our fingers on for the next episode. Let's see if we can succeed on the relief of Jiangling and take the battle to Heiyi, and let's see if we can once and for all defeat Cao Cao's invasion force and protect our northern border. Thanks y'all for watching. This is ZigZagZog signing off from Western Kentucky.